What's going on, everybody? Season's greetings and happy holidays. My name is Ben and welcome back to the bench, guys, for our very first build day on the 12 Sprues of Kit-mas for the 2021 holiday season. That's right, guys, we finally made it. Let's go ahead and grab our box. We're going to get this party started. Now, if you saw our introduction video, you know which kits might be in these openings. But what we do not know, that's the order in which we're going to have to build these. That was already set up by my girlfriend, so we have no idea what we're going to be drawing in any of these days. That's going to be kind of the fun part. Let's go ahead, punch on through the very first one, and hopefully pull out a really nice kit to kind of ease us into the entire process. Reach around in there, try to find that label. There it is. Pull it on out. And looks like we have a 1/72nd scale Hasegawa Jaguar GR Mark 1A. Now, I don't know if it's Jaguar or Jaguar, whatever you want to say. This is going to be our very first kit here on build day number 1 for the 12 sprues. This Hasegawa should be pretty good. Let's open up that box and check it out. Now, seeing as a Hasegawa, we have a single poly bag with all of our parts in it. We've got one sheet of decals, looks pretty comprehensive, and some fold-out instructions. They don't look all that difficult, very typical Hasegawa. The instructions show that there are 3 different versions we can build. We have the RAF version, we have the international version, and we have the French version. We have to go ahead and select that before we start building, so I think I'm going to go with the RAF and go ahead and get this started. I will say one drawback of the Hasegawa boxings is usually they have one single poly bag with all the parts just kind of shoved inside. Inevitably, you get 1 or 2 parts that might pop off the sprue. In this case, we have a Sidewinder missile. Not really that big of a deal, but something to be aware of. So this is going to be a fun build, guys. It's a Hasegawa. I am supercharged, pumped, ready to go. It looks awesome. Finely recessed panel lines. We even have a pilot figure, so this should be a lot of fun. Cockpit's got very minimal detail, and we have a single piece wing. Very interesting. So I say let's go ahead and get this party started. Let's go ahead and bust out our tools. We're going to start off here. We're going to do some basic construction. We're going to start painting up the cockpit. We're going to maybe add in some seatbelts, get the cockpit set up, get this installed, maybe weight the front nose a little bit. Let's just get started and see what we can do. Let's do it. Alright everybody, so we are back, and so far the parts are fitting beautifully. I haven't really had any major issues, there's no problems with the seams, there's nothing really. It just kind of drops together. It's a super easy kit so far. Really enjoyable. A little bit of some seam issues here on the front nose, but again, nothing a quick swipe of the jeweler file won't fix. Everything else has just almost fallen into place, so I'm very happy with that. The decals there for the front of the cockpit, they're okay, but really honestly, they could use a lot more detail. But I'm not really into it to go ahead and scratch build a bunch of parts right now. I just want to go ahead and dive in there, build mostly out of the box and just have fun with it. We're going to go ahead though and go back into a time lapse. I want to finish off the construction of the aircraft itself. Then I want to go ahead and start masking up the canopy. And then I want to prime everything with a nice coat of Stynylrez primer. That's going to get us ready for pre-shade and then for the camo colors. So let's go ahead and keep the ball rolling, guys. We are really moving. Let's keep on keeping on. I gotta tell you guys, I'm absolutely a huge fan of that Stynylrez gray primer. Everything went on beautifully, it dried quickly, we have an aircraft ready for pre-shade. And I think for the pre-shade we're going to use some NATO black, and then we're going to come in with our camo colors, and that tends to be kind of a darker, kind of a deep green, and then we also have kind of a ocean gray or slate gray color that kind of comes in on top of that. So it's going to be a really cool looking camo pattern, and it looks like it goes over the entire aircraft. So there's no underside color, the whole thing is camouflaged. So that should make things pretty easy to do. So let's get back into that time lapse, guys. Grab our Tamiya NATO black, grab our Vallejo colors, and get this thing camouflaged. Oh man, guys, sometimes you're just moving along and then disaster strikes. As you can see, I've got the Jaguar all nicely camouflaged. I love the gray and the green. Absolutely awesome. But for some odd reason, I have lost the gear door. I don't know where it is, and so I had to basically scratch build my own, and that means this is now going onto the tree instead of in the display case. Not really what I wanted to do, guys. I was having so much fun with this kit, but you know what? Sometimes things happen. We just got to roll with it. So disappointingly, we went ahead and folded up all the gear doors, and now we're going to make it in flight, and we're going to go ahead and hang it on our Christmas tree. So the main gears are closed up. The nose gear, I've kind of scratch built and closed up. So we're good. That's all I can really do. So now we have to go ahead and start in with some detail painting. Go ahead and get the engines painted, the guns painted. There's some interesting like kind of asymmetric black squares that kind of come off that leading edge. It is what it is, guys. I'm still having a blast with this. It's still going to be fun to get this kit all finished up. So let's keep it going with some detail painting, get some odds and ends all finished up, get that gloss coat on there. We'll be ready for decals. No matter what, onwards and upwards, guys. Let's keep it moving. Alright, so we are back and the Jaguar has been nicely detail painted. We've got the gloss coat on there. It's all nicely dried. It's ready for decals. Now I'm not really sure what I want to do for a finishing coat. I'm not going to go too heavy with the weathering on this because it's going on the tree, and I think it'd be kind of fun to finish it off in kind of a satin finish for a top coat. But that's actually the very end of the process. We still have the decals left to do. So we're going to go ahead and jump into our last time lapse, and we're going to cut out all the decals and start applying them onto the model. I think this is going to be pretty simple. There's not a lot of decals. Just keep it moving, guys. We're almost there. Alright everybody, we are back, and I gotta tell you, the Jaguar came out beautifully. Even with our small mishaps with our landing gear door, I think honestly, looks pretty sharp. Go ahead and bring it on out here for you, and I'll give you a couple close-ups. Now overall, the kit was absolutely a joy to build. All the parts and pieces fit together well. I didn't have any issues, nothing stood out, nothing gave me hassle. Everything was able to drop into place, so I'm very happy about that. Really, to be honest, this kit was so much fun to build, guys, and I think is a wonderful way to start out for the 12 sprues. The only problem I had really was just the fact that I lost that front gear bay door. I can't believe I did that. I don't know where I put it. $10 says though, I'll find it a couple episodes later, it'll pop out and I'll find it some hidden place and I think, oh, there it is. But with that being said, guys, I had so much fun with this model. Beautiful beginning to the 12 Sprues of Kit-mas build series. I think this was a lot of fun. It's going to look great on the tree, so hey, happy accidents, right? I think that's going to be a wonderful addition to my ornaments that I have so far. Super, super happy with how this turned out. So that's it. We have completed build day number 1. And we have 11 more to go. So we are just getting started, guys. Join us here for episode number 2, where we will draw another build day. And fingers crossed, it's a great kit just like this. And we'll see where we go from there. Until next episode, everybody, thank you so much for joining us. You know the drill. Go out there, get yourself some bench time, have some fun, build something cool. And we'll see you back here on build day number 2 for the 12 Sprues of Kit-mas here on Ben Builds. Thanks so much, everybody. Happy holidays, and we'll see you soon.